Could the summer slowdown be affected by what the Feds are going to talk about today? I don't know. We'll talk a little bit about that. Feds are going to talk today. We're talking about some commercial property again. Why do I keep on hounding about this? Because I think it's one of the cards in the house of cards that might topple down our economy, just like what happened in 2008, 2009. Homes for sale near Apple, Mountain View home of the week, REO home of the week, and 40 days on market report. Let's get moving. Okay, there we go. I'm all centered up, looking nice. All right, the Fed meeting is in less than 2 hours. They're going to talk about what's going on in not only unemployment or employment, which, they're saying that it's down. I don't know or wages have cooled, but they're also talking about what the rate is going to be in the next month. And the supposition right now is that it's going to stay stable. It's not going to be cut. Maybe in September, but not right now. And their thinking is because, there's no real reason to do it. Inflation is still going kind of flabbergasting. And, as we go into the election cycle, it just doesn't make sense to do it just yet, because what happens if it blows up? That'll blow out whatever politics. This episode is brought to you by the Home Inspection Checklist. If you're thinking about selling your house or just want to have a honey-do list, download this Home Inspection Checklist because it will help you get to every nook and cranny of your house. Take a look at it and see if it needs to be repaired. And then now you have a honey-do list. There you go. All right. Mortgage rates versus unemployment rate through Q1 2024. We talked about this earlier. This kind of goes hand in hand with what the Feds are going to talk about today. The reason why I brought it up is because the Feds are going to talk about it today. It's important for you to understand there is a little correlation between unemployment and rates and GDP and consumer confidence. Because of all that, it wraps into where the health of the economy is for one segment of the GDP, one sector of it. Commercial property, just like all of these other sectors, and these are not the only ones, but these are the ones that I've been eyeballing for the last 5 or 6 years, because I think it's important for people to see the larger picture. I live in the world of real estate, and I know that we do not, outside of living inside of real estate, that's pretty much it. That's my job. That's my industry. I'm the expert in it. So that's why we do it. But I also have to remind you that when I'm talking, I don't talk in a vacuum. I don't talk in a myopic point of view. However, it all kind of revolves into this. And that's why it's important for you to take a look at why these different areas, housing, credit cards, healthcare, automotive, energy, commercial, and tech. I mean, we don't even talk about tech. Tech is hurting right now, right? It could be one of the tipping points. So just be aware that these are all things that are coming at us. My opinion, which is not a crystal ball, I'm not an expert in those fields. I think automotive or commercial real estate will be the next tipping point to our next downturn. And I don't know how bad it will be, but I've been watching a lot of those movies that, The Margin Call and Too Big to Fail. Those movies are very reticent and very present in what's going on today in commercial real estate and the automotive industry. So, yeah. The link is down here in my blog. It's also in almost all the descriptions and all the videos that you might be watching. If you can't see it, just go click on the blog and you'll see this real quick. And it's another one. It's actually three apartments that this guy's talking about today. This one specific one is 322 units. They purchased it for $333.6 million, which is $104,000 per unit. When I track cash flow right now in the Midwest should be about $40,000 to $50,000 per unit in order for you to cash flow it. And these people bought into this lie. The whole idea is that you're delivered a pro forma. And a pro forma says, if you increase the rents and if you improve this in the building, and if you do this and this and this, you can go back to your residents or your renters or your lessees and say, hey, I'm improving my property. I'm improving your land, the land that you're using. I'm going to increase your rent. Well, they're getting a big FU from their clients saying, no, I can't afford it. And they're left, the commercial property owner, the landlord, the investors are losing out. And you think about these 33.3 million, you need to come down with 30%, which is about $10 million, $11 million, and invest that into that property for a bank to put a loan on it. So if this bank forecloses on this property, those investors that invested that $10 million or $11 million, or whatever the number is, we don't know, they lose it. They lose it. So it's kind of a tough thing to see. It's happening. And right now, Harvard Business Review just came out last week with commercial real estate is headed towards a crisis. We talked about this last week as well. And I kind of went through everything, and I would suggest you read this. I don't want to go into it because it's really long-winded, but the idea is investors blindly, foolishly invested into all these commercial properties, and they're losing their ass. You don't see BlackRock or Vanguard or Buffett buying big, huge swaths of in commercial property. Why? Because it's not a good buy right now. The investors, the inexperienced investors, the good salespeople convinced you or the people that had money to invest in these properties, and now they're going to lose their ass in it. So it's part of life. And again, it's one of those little things. Commercial real estate, this was done 2 years ago, 1 trillion lost in value. That was just one aspect of it. It's probably up to $2 or $3 trillion right now because they're just losing value. These things, these are not going to sell for $33 million. They're going to sell for 10 or 15% of what it is, of what it was sold for before. That's the up and downs of commercial real estate. So if you bought into a guru, you bought into an investor, somebody sold you on to putting in $50, $100, $1 million, you're probably going to lose that money. Apple House of the Week, Warbler. This is not my listing. $2.6 million, 4-bedroom, 3 full baths, 1,946 square feet. And it built in 1955. And the reason why is it's because it's really close walking distance to Apple. Let's take a quick look. No, we're not going to take a look. Oh, there's only one listed. That's a great way to market a house. How many days on market? It just popped up. So give it a couple days. If you're wondering, there are 51 homes in the circle around Apple, and they go from townhomes, condos, all the way up to single family homes. That, again, is listed in my blog. You can just go there. There's no gate form or anything to go into it. Same thing with this one. It's Mountain View. And the reason why I picked it is because it's walking distance to Castro. Castro Street is where you have all the restaurants, etc. It's a nice little bungalow, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Again, not my listing, $2.4 million, 1,357 square feet, built in 1946. And oh, that's awesome. Love it when I have bandwidth issues, but you can take a look at it. And then REO of the week. I think I looked at this one before. It's been on market 55 days. Let's take a look and see where it is. It's on its way to, I guess, Gilroy, San Juan Bautista. Yeah, you want a nice little country home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,356, built in 1978. And the bonus of this one is if you do buy it, you get to evict the tenants or the previous owners, whoever they are. And you're going to have to put a new roof on it. I don't know what it looks like inside. So you're basically buying this thing sight unseen. And that's pretty much the life of buying houses in, where is it? I guess that one's gone. No, okay. That's it. Okay, so real quick, let me open this up for you so you can see it. 40 days on market, we have 187. It jumped up. The market's slowing. Is it slowing down because of the feds, or is it slowing down because summer? Everybody, I got to get my kids back into school. My kids go back to school next week. It's starting like Wednesday next week, but it's like my kids are at band camp right now, and they're getting ready to go back to school. So are you thinking about school, or are you thinking about buying a house? That's probably why these numbers are jumping up. The mortgage rates have stayed stable. So, I think we're either going into a recession, like I've been talking about, or they're waiting for the feds to talk today and see what happens. But I can guarantee you well, I'm not going to guarantee you. That's kind of stupid, Vito. I can almost guarantee you that they're not going to do anything. From all the articles that I read, all the people that know way more than me, they're not going to raise the rates or lower the rates. Same thing with 90 days on market. There's 47 of them. And same thing with the bank owns. They're kind of actually going down. Well, this one in the Bay Area, it's going down, and REOs all through California has gone up just a tad bit. But again, it's not a huge jump. And for sale, houses for sale has really gone down. I think we had 533 a month ago, and now we're down 50 of that. 482, and we have 84 pending and 72 closed this last week. Same thing with Santa Clara County. We need to be at 2,000 to have it a balanced market. So it's not a buyer's market yet, right? It's pending. We have 161, which is a lot less, but it's just wagging right now. I mean, look, it goes up and down, up and down. I think this is when we had 4th of July. Well, this is 4th of July. So, and then closed, we had 143. So closings went way down if you look at the average over the last month and a half, 2 months. But that's because we're in the middle of summer. I don't think it's anything to worry about. All right. Hope this is helpful. If you have any questions or thoughts, or you want to see other kinds of charts, I did do another chart yesterday. I can't find it. Let me see real quick. I don't know why it's not showing. Huh. Oh, I know why. There it is. Yeah, we talked about tempo yesterday. That's it for now. Wednesday, July 31st. Happy last day of July, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Vito with Abitano. Do this again. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.